Hi, so I'll be presenting the finances behind abortion. My name is Paula Nevares and this is for an English 102 class. So, abortion. What is abortion? Abortion is the termination of a pregnancy intentionally by the mother. Abortion can be done two ways, either by a clinic or by an abortion pill. But abortion has also been known as a topic that has stirred our political, religious, medical, and ethical views as a nation and worldwide. So I decided to focus my research on two developed countries and just on the financial aspect of abortion. So for the two developed countries, I decided to use the United States and South Africa. So this is a picture of a movement of Planned Parenthood. It happened here in the United States. Planned Parenthood is a program that enforces family planning. So some examples would be emergency contraception, breast examinations, pregnancy testing, sex education, STI treatments, and more. So we'll first start with the cost of abortion in the United States. So here are the decrease and increase in clinics throughout the U.S. This is just a map from 2014 to 2017. So we can see how Nevada, Arizona, Colorado, they have all decreased in clinics, as well as Texas, New Mexico. So there's about 50% of the nation has not increased or has decreased their clinics for abortion, but about another less than 50% have increased their clinics. As we can see, the pink and the dark pink. So it's very interesting to see the differences between what 3 years can do and the accessibility the women have in these states, as well as the U.S. as a whole. So this is a quote that I found really interesting. The United States has an average of $797 million in abortion, with an average cost of $612 each, adding up to 1,302,000 abortions per year. So it's pretty interesting how these are huge numbers. It's numbers that are impactful to us, to our economy, to our people. So it's really interesting to see how many abortions are done a year and how much they add up all to, since it is a huge part of our financial status here in the U.S. for medical insurances. So once again, we find that the number of abortions per year is a great number. It is very impactful, and it's not a number you would imagine for it to be, since it is not a topic that is talked about frequently. So some costs, these are some facts about it. So 33 states here in the United States have prohibited medical insurance, and 8 states have prohibited the coverage of abortion by private insurances. So whenever a woman goes to get an abortion done or wants to get it, medical insurance or private insurances, depending on the state you're living in, won't cover this for you. So it's pretty expensive for the woman at the end. So an abortion costs range from $490 to $1,750. It all just depends if there are any complications, the procedure you want to be done, and on the woman and where they're getting it from. So another fact that was really, really impactful to me was that 42% of abortions happen in women below federal poverty level. So this means that about 42% of women don't make enough money to be able to cover the whole cost of abortions, since medical insurance and the private insurances have now been prohibited to even help when this is being done. So next we will be focusing on the cost of abortion in South Africa. So $1,609 are the cost of abortion in the United States. But the cost of abortion in South Africa range from 88 with 89 cents to $364 with 8 cents in South Africa. So the difference in the both costs is about a 55%, which is a great number, showing how South Africa has more in mind their people, while the United States has more in mind the economy status of the nation. So going on, we have a little chart diagram about like the abortion services that are in South Africa. So I think one of the most interesting would be like the mortality decreased by 91%, meaning how after they implemented the Choice on Termination of Pregnancy Act, which means that the woman gets to choose pro-choice. And it's really interesting because we don't have this here in the United States. So it's really interesting to see how they differs the facts between both of them, especially because since they have made this now illegal, they have made this legal, the mortality has decreased because there's a lot of more people that can help. And then I think another one would be like only 264 of the 505 designated public health facilities actually provide abortion services, which is a lot more clinics than we saw back a little bit back in the map for the United States. It's a lot more clinics than what we have here in the United States. So although abortion is the thing is that although abortion is legal like in South Africa, unsafe abortion still happens because of the cost being so high. So if this is happening in South Africa, where it is a developed country and the costs aren't as much as the United States, then we can imagine how the United States unsafe abortions have outnumbered a lot of like safe abortions just as here in South Africa. So some facts about South Africa cost is extra cost for abortion is from $427 to 42 cents to $683 with 5 cents. And then about 94% of women were able to use their medical insurance. So this is another comparison to the United States, where the United States, most states prohibited the use of insurance for this procedure, while about 94% of women were able to use their insurances in South Africa for this procedure. And this applies for both medical-induced pill or vacuum procedures, just as mentioned before, how there can be various procedures that you can do to follow through with the abortion. So next I wanted to add a volunteer application for Planned Parenthood, because Planned Parenthood is a big program here in the United States, and they really need volunteers to be helping, because it is open for people who don't have access, as said before, like to the insurances, or just don't have the resources to be able to access, like, for example, emergency contraception if they need pregnancy testing. So if you want to become more involved, this is a process that you would go through, and it is really interesting, and I really do recommend it. So this is it. If there are any questions, you can email me here at pnevarez@emo.arizona.edu, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you so much. And my credits.